Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. So the countdown has started now. We've only got how many more days? 2 more days, 3 more days until the new year breaks through. But we're here on a Tuesday evening now. We're doubling up. We're going to be talking about some of the four segmented, three segmented, four segmented, three parts of a whole. Anyway, there's going to be some news on this one here before we knock it out of the park. Yeah, we're going to knock this one out of the park. There's a birthday, serious Arsenal legend. Yeah, man, captain material that we're not seeing the likes of which ever, and actually in my lifetime anyway. We're going to talk about two midfielders, one who's possibly on the verge of leaving, a loan deal, that is, and a midfielder that, yeah, Perry Groves gives his opinion about that other midfielder there. And some other bits and pieces I want to talk about. Do I want to talk about it? Yeah, no doubt you're seeing the thumbnail artwork in regards to this gentleman over here. Make sure I'm pointing the right way, this way, this way. And I hope you do like, I don't know, what is this? The new layout here. I'll just try something out. Very, very experimental. Forget about this. Forget about this background over here. We'll sort that out, when we've got time. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this one. And like I said, let's get into this one on the other side of this music. It's a bit loud, isn't it? It's a bit loud. God, my goodness. Got to clear my ears out. Oh, God. Oh. Anyway, guys, forget about that. Forget about that. What I would like you guys to do right back now is to subscribe to Canon 40 TV. Help us grow. I know we've surpassed the 15K mark. I actually forgot to tell my brother that because he's been so busy over the last few days. And yeah, thank you so very much for that. And long may it continue. 15,000 more. I tell you what, I remember back in the days, it was difficult to get 200 subscribers. And now we are at the 15K mark. Incredible. But again, subscribe to us, subscribe to Canon Foyer TV. And that's the truth, Ruth. What do you think, Lacazette? Lacazette, are you staying? Are you going to become the captain long term? We'll ask that question later on. We'll ask that question later on. So yeah, like I said, there's been a birthday. There's been a birthday today. Frank McClintock, man. You don't know who he is? You don't know who Frank McClintock is? What's wrong with your people? What's wrong with your people? Sort it out, people. Frank McClintock. They don't make captains like this anymore. They don't. Oh, Frank McClintock began his career in Scottish junior football with Shawfield before earning a professional contract with, well, actually, with Leicester City. Yeah, Leicester City. December 1956. He played in two FA Cup final defeats before he was sold to Arsenal for £80,000 in October of 1964. And actually had a poor start to, the start of his career at Arsenal. Though he did feature in two League Cup final defeats, but he found success at Arsenal after being switched from centre half from right half to centre half. So right half is like the right back position there, and he was converted to a centre back in 1969. He appointed as captain. He led Arsenal to their first European trophy, the Interfair City Cup, so Intercities Fairs Cup in 1970. The following seasons, 1970-71, he captained Arsenal to a double winning triumph. As we won the League Cup and FA Cup, he was sold to Queen's Park Rangers in June of 1973 for a fee of £25,000. So from everyone on Canon 4 TV, repeat, from everyone on Canon 4 TV to Frank McClintock, happy birthday to you. I'm not going to tell you how old he is. And again, we did a player profile. We did a player profile. You know, so if you're not sure, if you want to know the nuts and bolts of how he came to be at Arsenal, we've uploaded again Frank McClintock. Yeah, the leader, a leader. We've been wanting a leader for the longest time. Lacazette. If you're not sure who Frank McClintock is, I've given you just a very, very short, insight of who and what he did at Arsenal. But again, look at our player profile video that we uploaded this morning. All right, let's get into this one. So the first up, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. To me, it's a really, really strange one. Maitland-Niles close to joining Roma on a loan for the rest of the season. Ainsley Maitland-Niles has not featured in any of Arsenal's past 8 matches. Roma exploring the loan market to bolster defensive options. A move to the Stadio Olimpico would see Maitland-Niles link up with compatriots Chris Smalling. Remember Chris Smalling used to play for Man United? And Tammy Abraham. Yes, Chelsea. Roma need reinforcements in the fullback positions in Jose Mourinho's squad. Yeah, you heard me right. Jose Mourinho. But have not budgeted to spend large amounts of money in the January transfer window. So the Serie A club are exploring the loan market. Maitland-Niles, 24, has made only 8 league appearances for Arsenal, but has not featured for the Gunners since November. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. What has happened, man? What has happened? Do you know what? Do you know what, Lacquer? I just think he should leave Arsenal. I think it's 3 times now. He's bursting to leave Arsenal, and then only for us to kind of say, no, come back. We can guarantee you more game time. 3 times. 3 times. Once bitten, twice shy, 3rd time, blame me. Maitland-Niles, I think you just need to leave Arsenal. Now remember, you are an England international. So if you want to salvage, because remember, next year it's the World Cup. You need to be playing regular football. You've got to be playing regular football. Ah, my days. I don't know. I just don't know. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Who else are we going to talk about? I think we'll talk about Granit Xhaka. I criticize him heavily. Not personal attacks, just believe, from his footballing skills. I just think the guy is not going to take us to the next level. Listen, you know how I feel about Granit Xhaka, but this kind of gave me like a little warm feeling inside when I read this. Yes. Why, Alex? Well, Jack Robinson and his wife Heather, who come from Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri. Jack had been planning a trip to see Arsenal play against Wolves. So they get on the airplane, about to travel from the States to England, and only to hear the game had been postponed. Yes, yeah. God, my goodness. They're making a 7,000-kilometer trip to the UK. And I remember seeing the tweet, actually. He felt so bad. This is Jack Robinson I'm talking about, the husband. For some reason, the story made its way to Granit Xhaka's doorstep. And Granit Xhaka, in his infinite wisdom or lacking wisdom or whatever it is there, has said, no, you know what? You could be my guest. Be my personal guest at the next game. Man City. So, Granit Xhaka, I know you got a bit of a grinny smile on your face there, but I've got to give you plaudits for that. I was just thinking, how did that news get to him? How did that news get to Granit Xhaka? Is it all like a PR stunt or what? PR stunt to make us fall in love with Granit Xhaka? It's not happening. Not happening. But anyway, Granit Xhaka, we give you your fair dues. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Jack and Heather from Missouri. Yeah. St. Louis, Missouri. I just hope the next game is not going to be postponed again. But anyway. So the next bit we want to talk about is in regards to this other midfielder. You don't recognise him? Martin Ødegaard. Now, legend Perry Groves. This is finally, actually, this player kind of scared me. I was worried about him. He admitted Martin Ødegaard had proven him wrong so far. But we know the Norwegian has enjoyed a mixed fortunes, actually, since joining Arsenal. Again, this season has played a key role in Arsenal's upturn and how Arteta wants his team to play. I was actually worried about Ødegaard at first because you could tell he has a undeniably unbelievable talented boy at first, but he wasn't dominating games. Grove told Talk Sport. We used to watch Ozil, and he used to frustrate so many times. We want him to go and take the game by the scruff of its neck and be dominant in the number 10 position. Ødegaard is just starting to make that role his own. He's grabbing goals and assists, and with Lacazette, it's given him the physical presence and base to play from. And he's got pace, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli on both sides. And I mean, my personal thoughts are, how can I say this without sounding too disingenuous? It has to be done consistently. It's got to eke up those performances there consistently, not once every 4 games or once every 10 games. Consistently over the course of the season. So is he going to be a one-hit wonder? I have no idea. No idea. But Martin Ødegaard, for now, seems to be playing okay. For now, Perry Groves. Lacazette, are you staying? What do you think about Lacazette? Do you think Lacazette should be given, a 1-year contract extension or 2 years? Or do you think we should say in the summer, bye-bye, Lacazette? Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go into the poll now and see what all of you have been saying about Lacazette, because he's not told me whether he's going to be staying or going to stay in. So let's have a look and see what's happened here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Taking a bit of time to warm up, people. Come on, warm it up. I did reboot you. Right, okay. So again, Alexandre Lacazette, choose only one option. Give him 1-year contract extension, give him 2-year contract extension, or say goodbye in the summer. So out of 483 votes, thank you guys, 2 comments and 19 likes. The votes are as it is. Say goodbye to Lacazette, 19% of the followers and subscribers on Canal 4 TV. 30% of you believe that we should give him a 2-year contract extension. And 49% of you believe that we should give Lacazette only a 1-year contract extension. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. The voters have spoken. You have spoken. So that is it. That is the news repeated again. There was some news again about Aubameyang, but I thought, you know what? I can't be asked. I can't be asked to be talking about that situation there. Let's, let the dust settle. He is about to go to represent the Gambia, Gabon, in the African Cup of Nations. As I understand it, Thomas Partey will feature in one more game, the Man City game, before going. But yeah, I thought, I can't be asked to be dealing with Aubameyang again. So those are the news segments, again repeated on Canon 4 TV twice now, twice in one day. All right, so I can see there's been only a few comments, which is fine. It's okay. I think people are probably gearing up for the Leicester City versus Leicester City and Leeds, Leicester City and Liverpool. Didn't they just play the other day? Anyway. First comment, Jack, it's been a long time. I hope you're keeping well. Wow, this is absolute nonsense. Why is this a joke of a club giving a captain to a guy who is out of contract soon and has rejected contract extensions and clearly doesn't want to be here? Well, Jack, maybe you didn't see my segment from the morning. I don't have no issues with Arsenal giving the armband to Lacazette for now until the end of the season. If he's going to leave, then it's fine. I think it will give Arteta some time not to rush in making, a snap decision in regards to who is going to be the next captain. But I think why not have Lacazette in that position there? Clearly, you can see, yeah, there's not a sulking striker, head down, not defending, not scoring goals. Lacazette, to his credit, is scoring goals, and he is linking up with the players, and he is defending. So that blueprint there, for now, Jack, it is working. If it's going to be short term, I have got no problems with that at all. Again, I would like Mikel Arteta not to rush, making a rash decision, because I did hear about, Granit Xhaka possibly could get in the armband again. If that happens, I'm out, man. I'm out. So I hope it doesn't happen, but I've got no qualms with that. Give it to him until he goes on his merry way. And if he does stay, only 1 year contract extension. 1 year, not 2 years. And then Jack weighs in again. The captain should be Kieran Tierney, Gabriel, or Ramsdale. Yeah, I think those were predominantly 3 people that we were looking at, wasn't it? Yeah. Carl was in the house again. Carl, it is. Am I right? It's Leicester City at home playing against Liverpool. If I must have been reading something wrongly, but yeah, there is a game, I believe, at 8 p.m. UK time. Thanks, I'm Gunners. Die Hard from Kenya. Like it deserves it to be Arsenal captain. Mohammed, yeah, but I don't think we need a long-term captain, and we need to make sure that we take it serious this time. Can't just band it around, give it out like confetti. Give it to one person who's going to represent a new culture, a new change at Arsenal. Yeah, and it's Carl. Carl's giving the thumbs up as well. Think of that, Carl. For me, Aubameyang should never have been given a captaincy. It was too much of a burden for him. Look at what he did without that responsibility. Well, the thing is, Jack, things didn't happen just, go the wrong way when he came to Arsenal. As I understand it, when he played for his previous club, he was also doing silly things there. So it's just not happened because, he's at Arsenal, he's living a London lifestyle, the Playboy lifestyle. He was like that before he came to Arsenal. So then you think, then why did Arsenal buy somebody who has a history of having that kind of, and not that kind of, but you know what I mean, breaking disciplinary rules, disciplinary breaches, 4 that I'm aware of. I heard there's been 5, but 4. That's the feather that broke the camel's back. But I think you're right. He should never have been given the captaincy. But is it the fact that, it's hindsight? Oh my goodness, we can see what happened now. He's done all those things. We should have given him the captain's armband. But you know what? Chicken's coming home to roost. That is what it's been with Arteta. You can't give these players free passes and expect them to be like, worshipping the ground that you walk on. No. And he did say that, a few days ago that he doesn't rule by, dictatorial, ways. He's not ruthless. Then maybe you need to be ruthless. Maybe you need to be ruthless. I'm just saying. Actually, before I go into this one, Carl, you're mate. Oh my goodness. Carl's made a donation, a super sticker donation of £2.49. Yeah. Peer character stretching his arm forward, raising a thumbs up. Carl is not even an Arsenal supporter. Carl supports Liverpool and is most graciously donating his hard-earned cash, unless he's a millionaire, making donations constantly on Camera Pro TV. So, Carl, thank you so very much for that donation of £2.49 of GBP. Thank you so very much for that. All right. what was I going to say? Oh yeah, sorry. Was a cup game now, a league cup between. Yeah. I was thinking, was it not just? Didn't they not? Yeah, yeah. But this time, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Leicester play in Liverpool today in 14 minutes time. So let's see if we can wrap this one up very, very quickly. And Arteta's contract expires soon as well, doesn't it? I believe it's got 18 months. I believe he's got 18 months left on his contract. If memory serves me right. I apologize for my accent. I've been extremely busy, then tested positive, so I've had to self-isolate for Christmas and New Year's. So sorry to hear that, Jack. Very, very sorry. I imagine, you know what, for 99.999% of the people who watch Canon Foy TV, I'm not thinking about our podcast, and you guys got lives to live. I understand that. So if you're busy, then it's understandable. And how's college anyway? I think you're at college, aren't you? Or uni. So that's understandable. It's understandable. Santiago Robello. Good evening, Alex. I hope you are doing good by the grace of God. By the grace of God, we are fine. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. I was just saying the story this morning on this morning show about my friend I hadn't seen for 12 years. You know, I was teaching in Central America. He was one of my students, but now he's a really good friend of mine. And he said to me on Sunday, Alex, we're coming to London. I was thinking, give me some notice. I haven't seen you in 12 years. You tell him, I mean, I knew he was traveling around Europe. But yeah, so I went to see him yesterday, and they were wanting to travel to Paris. So yeah, Victoria, South London, if you know Central London, we went on the underground. We were talking short space of time. I said, you know what, I'm going to leave you guys, him and his girlfriend, to enter the Eurostar. Got back home, I got a message from Renee, my friend, saying, Alex, you know what, we forgot to take a photo. I said, yeah, I know. He said, also, Alex, the nightmare has just begun. I said, what are you talking about, Renee? What are you talking about? They won't allow us to enter the Eurostar. They go, oh my goodness. But anyway, he sent me a message this morning to say, we are now in Paris and we're enjoying ourselves. I think by the grace of God, thank goodness for that. But thank you for asking, Santiago. Thank you. Aubameyang will be sold whether it will be January or the summer with everything that's happening. The funny thing is, Jack, the segment I wanted to talk about, actually, that I didn't really want to talk about, was who was it? Someone was saying, with us on Sky Sports, that the situation with Aubameyang is a difficult situation. I was thinking, here we go again. And what they were saying in the first paragraph is that even though Arsenal would like to sell Aubameyang, who's going to want to buy him? Who's going to buy him at that level of the wages? And I'm thinking, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? It sounds so familiar. So whether it's true that Newcastle or Barcelona would like to buy his services, I'm all for it. He can go. He can go. Beautiful show on the background. Please wish your family Merry Christmas, peace on earth, and goodwill to all men. God's gift to mankind. Thank you for that. Actually, I don't even know what would I call it. I think it's something that my wife brought, and we've had it on a table over there for the last how many months, and I folded it up to make it look more desirable. I thought, hey, do you know what? I think maybe the green screen days are gone. I'm kind of liking this layout here. Yeah, with Lacazette. And I think going forward, whenever I'm doing a show on my own, I think I'll have like a featured player or players to the right of me. Actually, here it's on my left, but to the right of me, and a different background. So I think the green screen days are over, people. So sure, yeah, I think so. Yeah, but thank you for that. Thank you. And Arsenal for life. That's Luca. Laka should be captain. It's quite clear that he has leadership qualities. I understand that we should get a long-term captain, but Lacazette can give the players an idea of how being a captain will be. Luca, I completely agree with you on that one. I still feel Ben White would make a good captain and feel he would grow into it very quickly if given a chance. Because if we're talking about long term, he's what, 23, 24, 23, 24, 23? That would be a long term vision, wouldn't it? And I did like the tackle he did on the Norwich player there. Clean tackle, and somebody came and pushed him. I was thinking, what are you pushing Ben White for? It was a fair tackle. But again, Ben White would be like a long term captain. So I guess maybe by default he could be another nominee to become captain. But I don't know. I don't know. Triniguna J. What brother? Orba was never captain material, to be honest. There's a difference between being a cool teammate off the pitch and being a leader on the pitch. His demeanor never struck me as a leader, but more a follower. Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you the chat of the evening so far, Trini. Yes. Trinidadian. Yes. There are different kind of leaders. You know, those who just lead by just their example of what they do, and people just naturally follow them. And there are leaders who lead by not so much fear, but you know what I'm talking about. But the kind of leader that we have been missing since, I'll say, Patrick Vieira left, was a leader who could align himself closely with the manager. I'm not saying it has to be a Mikel Arteta, but be the example. You know, people lead by bad examples, but we need a leader who leads by a good example. Aubameyang, for me, was never the kind of leader Arsenal have been looking for. And I don't like strikers, especially those who don't come out in front of the cameras and nominate somebody else, and they're offering their Lamborghini. I was thinking, well, Aubameyang, you're supposed to be the captain. You're supposed to come out literally when the lights are dazzling your eyes, because A, will pay you so much money, B, you are a talisman, and C, you are the captain. But Aubameyang, for me, has never struck me to be a captain material anyway. Saying now, stay clear of Philippe Coutinho. He's past his best and he's a troublemaker behind the scenes. I mean, I've not followed his career since he left the shores of Liverpool. And I thought that was a masterstroke by Jurgen Klopp. Was it 140 odd million pounds sold to Barcelona? And he's never really captured that form. I mean, I know he's a Champions League winner, but there is some talk that we might be going for him. I think after the last 2 seasons of watching all the videos I did on Philippe Coutinho, and only to hear that the mumblings might be true. And actually, this comes from Carl. Carl, again, is a Liverpool supporter. So, goodness gracious me, man. I don't know what to think. Rather we sell Orba and give Laka an extension. He can be pivotal to the development of Martinelli and Balogun. And even if we get a new strike in the summer, his link-up play is crucial to this form. Yes, it is. You can't get away from that. Even Mube Goon, if you're watching now, brother, you can't get away from that. The midfield needs beefing up. And I laugh about Thomas Partey, who for me is just playing old man football. The man can't keep up with play. Can't keep up with play. Gets nudged off the ball. I'm thinking, but Partey, big men like you getting pushed off the ball, and you can't keep up with play. So the midfield needs beefing up. And then you see Lacazette kind of sacrificing, the way that he plays a number 9 role. Man coming deep, man, trying to nick the ball from the player, and he does it quite well. And then what happens? We are on the attack. Man got engine. Man is all over the pitch. I think, like I said, man, don't you ever stop? Like I said, don't you ever stop? You run all. I mean, you got an engine on you, brother. So all the stuff about Lacazette, I've got no qualms who are only giving him a 1-year contract extension, because we need a transition, don't we? You're talking about Balogun. Balogun, for me, just needs to calm down. The last game we played there, it's like he was just trying too hard. I was thinking, Balogun, we know you've got skills. We know you're killing it in the under 23s. You get your chance in the senior squad, the senior team. Just calm it down. You prove yourself already, so just chill. But I think we need that period of still having Lacazette there to transition the youngsters like Balogun. We don't know what's going to happen to Nketiah. Is Nketiah going to sign a contract? I don't know. I'm sure none of you know about Nketiah, what's going to be happening. But again, we need that period there. If Lacazette does go, at least we would have had an additional 5 months before he eventually leaves in the summer transfer window. And that's what I'm saying. I like how Xhaka stood up for his teammates. Did you see that? I did, but I also saw the tackle that got him a yellow card. I was thinking, here we go, Xhaka. Here we go again, Xhaka. Don't, like I said on the morning show, it's like Granit Xhaka lives on the edge. I don't know his personal life, but as a player, he plays on the edge. And you just don't know what's going to happen with Granit Xhaka. It could be like an instant red, or it could be like he does wonderful stuff, but you just don't know with Granit Xhaka. But one thing I do know is that we do need to move him on. We need to move him on. I'm sorry, people. Without a shadow of a doubt, Laka is better than Aubameyang. But in what sense? In what sense? Goal scoring? Well, Auba scored bucket loads of goals. Lacazette has never scored more than 20 goals for us. I think he might have for Lyon, but never for Arsenal. But as an all-round striker, defending, linking up play, headers, although the header, he should have scored against Norwich. I was thinking, man, where did he head the ball, man? But his all-round play, for me, and understanding and leadership, he's got it. Aubameyang doesn't. He doesn't. Yes, he is training. That doesn't mean that I want to see him play for Arsenal again. I don't want to see Jack Wilshere play for Arsenal again. I think Arsenal, if they have it within themselves, help him to find another club, but not to have Jack Wilshere back. So what? We're going to have Patrick Vieira train with us. Are we going to bring back Dennis Bergkamp? I don't know. David Seaman. Oh yeah, actually he's come back, hasn't he? David Seaman. But no, for me, no. Samuel Lokonga is out because he contracted COVID. That's the only reason I can think of why we haven't seen him featured, because he contracted COVID, like Pablo Mari. But I wouldn't like to see a Jack Wilshere taking the spot of a youngster who needs to, have that opportunity there. It's not going to happen. We've got Jack Wilshere taking up that space there. So if Arsenal can help him find another club, fantastic, but not to play in the first team. Not for me. Sorry, guys, let me take a swiggle of my drink. Philippe Coutinho went behind Klopp's back and got other players' ears asking them to tell Klopp to sell him, and also faking an injury towards the end. Oh, wow. That's quite revealing, actually. I wasn't not aware of that. Wasn't aware of that. Alex, which one of these would you want to sign a new contract, Nketiah or Lacazette? Oh, what a question. What a question. Well, I can just see you put there or both. This is how I see it. Ideally, this is how I'd like it to be played out. With Lacazette, we give him only a 1-year contract extension, only 1 year. With Nketiah, we offer him minimum 2 years. But with that, like he has said, I'm not going to sign a contract if you can't guarantee me game time. It doesn't make any sense. Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, take note. Take note, brother. So again, 1-year contract extension for Lacazette, and minimum 2-year contract for Nketiah. Guaranteeing that we'll give this guy game time. Youngsters want to play football. They don't want to be sat on the bench, being bench warmers. Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, take note. So you're saying to me, what do I want? Either or both. Both of them. Both. For life, a rather son. Lacazette, Eddie is very limited in his gameplay. Lacazette reminds me of Firmino. Yep. Not a great goal scorer, but a selfless guy who improves every single player. The thing is, Trini, with Nketiah, he is our fox in the box. He's our fox in the box. Never seen that since, I can't remember that player's name, Franny, yeah, Franny Jeffers. For me, he was like our last fox in the box. The guy just has like a sixth sense to be at the right place at the right time in the box, nudging, scoring the goals. So he's a different type of striker, and we have to prepare ourselves for a plan A, plan B, plan C. But whether Nketiah will be happy just to be a bit part player, special teams. American football, they have special teams. Players just come on to do a specific play. I don't think Nketiah would like to be. He wants to know that he's going to be playing, regardless, and that's fine. That's fine. And if we can't do that, if we can't offer him that, then we're going to have to let him go. We have to let him go. Yeah, there's more to Laka's game than scoring goals. His hold-up play and leadership qualities are they are. You can't deny that. You can't. See, we're bigging you up, man. Bigging you up. Put a check in the post. Can we beat City, Alex? Santiago, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Will it happen? I've got no idea. But what I will say, Santiago, is I will not be so concerned about the result. I'll be more concerned about the attitude and the mentality of the players come game time. So at the end of 90 plus minutes, how have the players played? Because the mentality would tell me a lot more about the players than the results. And I hope that makes sense, because that mentality can take us places. The result can take us only so far. But to the question, we can beat Man City. But I'm looking at the mentality, because for some reason, I'm seeing the players, they've got some kind of mental block. They've got some kind of mental. When we come up against the likes of, your Man Cities, your Chelseas, your Liverpools, there is a mental block. But we can beat them. We can. But I won't be looking at the result. I'll be looking at, the mentality, the attitude of the players on the pitch. Well, can't be anywhere else. All right, it's Jared. Yeah, okay. I changed. What do you change your name for, man? What do you change your name for? We've got to get you on the channel, man, next year. Good evening, Danny. When Laka came at the front, we won every game with lots of goals. The thing is, it's true, obviously, because you can see we're not only mentioning the same player, wonderful, he's scoring goals. Now we're talking about a bigger group of players. You can see Martinelli now is in the picture. Odegaard is now in the picture. Lacazette is in the picture scoring goals. Smith Rowe is in the picture scoring goals. So now we're creating a bigger group of players who are able to score goals, not just like one or maybe two players. And is it the Auba effect? I think yes. Aubameyang, we're not trying to accommodate Aubameyang. We're now free flowing. We have to see, again, what happens when we come up against a Man City team. But there's no doubt about that. Laka is our main guy. He is the captain. and we have a bigger pool of players scoring goals. Nobody can tell me anything different. And there you go. You see, even Luca is saying, yes, we can. We can. Our best player, Lacazette. No, not for me. Smith Rowe. I'll say Smith Rowe. I'll probably go further still, better still. Ramsdale is our best player. I will probably say, but Ramsdale, Smith Rowe. I wouldn't say Lacazette is our best player, but it's your opinion. Lacazette's better than Orba. When we give that man many chances, he can make it. That is good for the coach, and it's good for Arsenal. Is that why you made a donation? What's your prediction for the Leicester versus Liverpool tonight? Bet you say a draw. No, a draw. Leicester City, Liverpool, a draw. Nah, I think it'll be high scoring again. Be a high scoring game. I'll go 3-2 to Liverpool. 3-2 to Liverpool. That's my prediction. Yes, all the other our best, Alex. But we did see that what we changed since Orba and Pepe not in that squad. Do I feel sorry for Nicolas Pepe? No, I don't, because he's had enough chances to prove himself. And again, spits and spurts, little glimpses of what he can do is not enough. Little glimpses won't take us and sustain the position of fourth place. It's not going to be enough. And that's why you see Arteta has more faith in the 20-year-old in Bukayo Saka, not the 25-year-old Nicolas Pepe. It's just as simple as that. Would you sign a DCL in the summer or Jonathan Davis? I've seen that actually on Twitter. Let me think about that one. Let me think. Give me time to think on that one. I think Liverpool will win 2-1. I think maybe 3-1 or 3-2. It'd be high scoring. It'd be high scoring. See, there's been any change in the voting. The voting, the vote is in regards to Lacazette. Do you think he's deserving of a 1-year contract extension, or 2 years, or do you think we need to say goodbye to him in the summer? What do you think, Lacazette? Lacazette's got nothing to say, man. I'm predicting Arsenal 3, Man City. Really? I don't think so, Carl. I'd be very surprised. I'm going to hold you to that, actually. 3-1. I can't see it myself. But Alex, what has Pepe done to lose his place in the first team? Not scored goals. Luca, if you look at the last 4 games of the season, last season, he scored like 5 goals in 3 matches. I think 5 goals in 3 matches when the pressure was off. When you pay that amount of money for players, you want them to turn up in those important games. What important games, Alex? The 2-legged match against Villarreal. Didn't turn up. Didn't turn up. Did Aubameyang turn up? No, he didn't. So that's why you spend top dollar for those players, because you want those players to perform in the important games. 5 goals in the last 3 games of the season. And the new season starts, and there's Alex thinking, right, I'm expecting good things, big things from Nicolas Pepe, and he just reverted back to type. In the league, really good stuff. But he's just... So let me ask you a question. Why do you think he's been dropped? Why do you think he's been dropped, Luca? Who is playing on the right wing? Bukayo Saka. Is Bukayo Saka not better than Nicolas Pepe? Surely you can't tell me he isn't. I'm backing you like you see hear that? They're backing you, man. We're backing you. Wilmore, welcome. This is a scene on Twitter. Someone comparing Saint-Maximin and Pepe, saying they're both the same. What's your take? Saint-Maximin, I like he is quite direct. Whereas I look at Pepe and bro, you need to learn to use your right foot more often than your left foot. But if I had to look at these two players, they both play on the wings. They can be dangerous on their day, but the difference for me is yeah, Saint-Maximin he's more direct than Nicolas Pepe. If Nicolas Pepe kept things nice and simple, keep it simple rather than trying to take on the winger and then take him on again and cut back in again. If we didn't do that and kept things simple, I said, okay, well, you know what, we'll give him that. But ask the question, why do you think that Arteta does not play Nicolas Pepe? I'm just talking about those two players, okay? Bukayo Saka and Nicolas Pepe. Who would you prefer and why? But yeah, I just think I think with Saint-Maximin, he's more direct than Nicolas Pepe. I voted 2 years. Oh, why 2 years, man? 2 years. Alex, what's the new about Wilshere? Did he play or not in January? Well, the funny thing is, I had to ask somebody else. I said, "It's Jack Wilshere. He's training with the players. He's not going to play, is he? He's not going to play. I hope not. I wouldn't want us to think that we're trying to hash up. We're going to be seeing, Rambo, Aaron, Ramsey coming and signing for Arsenal, training first with Arsenal. Next thing you see, he's like playing in the midfield. We can't have ex-players come back and play for Arsenal. We've got to draw that line, move on from there, and breed the young players. Again, no problem people training with the first team, but not playing in the first team. Sorry. But Pepe isn't about scoring goals. Then what? Actually, I need to pull up his stats. Actually, with his the amount of assists that he has provided, because Saka has simply done better. I think he's been dropped because he's too heavy. Pepe is better. He's technically more gifted than Saka, but Saka has worked harder to get where he is. And that's it, isn't it? I think the moment you think, I've arrived, the game's over, man. You've got to continue fights. Just don't think, I've arrived. Who was it? There was an interview, and some player was saying his dad told him that play as if the game you're playing is your last game that you're ever going to play. I can't remember which player it was. But if you're saying, well, he's had to work harder, then it shows you that hard work pays in the end. Just because, Pepe, we bought him for £72 million and we're still paying for him, and he feels maybe himself that he's arrived. No, you got to keep fighting. You got to keep playing you out of your skin. So I'll far rather give that position and the opportunity to Bukayo Saka until he goes off his form, or until he gets injured. I'm always going to give it to Bukayo Saka. But then, Nicolas Pepe, if it's not about scoring goals, what is he all about? What should he be all about? Because I'm not seeing enough from him. Not seeing enough. Carl, what do you mean? We will win only when we use the formation that we played against Norwich. Was it a 4-2-3-1, wasn't it? Yeah, it was just a joke. Yeah, too heavy. That's why he keeps getting. Yeah, okay, all right. It was just a joke. it was just a joke. Oops. In other words, life is too short to be serious all the time. Absolutely, man. My wife will probably tell you that I drive her up the wall because my laughter can wind her up. Life is too very short, man. Too short. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call it quits because I know Carl wants to go and see his team play against Leicester City. So we're gonna call it quits. We're gonna call it to an end. But I will be back tomorrow morning, give some more live news segments on this wonderful channel of ours. Again, guys, thank you for helping us reach the landmark of 15,000 subscribers. I forgot to tell my brother that because he's been so very, very busy. But oh goodness, just seen a terrible photo there. But yeah, Lacazette, man, are you staying? Are you staying, or are you going? Are you going to sign a contract, or how do you feel, Lacazette? He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Oh dear. Why does Ronnie play 10 minutes and he is good at I have no idea. I think it's possibly to do with his stamina because over the last, I think, 2 seasons, you can see the youngster's been no, I won't say dead on his feet, but tired. So I think it's good to have a little bit of rotation. And actually, he's not doing him any harm. The guy comes off the bench and he's always scoring a goal. So long may it continue. If he's going to score goals like that for the next 5 to 10 years, he can stay on the bench, come off the bench for the last 5 minutes and score a goal or 2 or 3. But I understand what you're saying there. But I think now in a congested part of the year, December and then January. Actually, let me have a quick look at the fixture list. Sorry about this, guys. Let me look at the fixture list. So January, yeah, we've got first, and then we've got like the next Premier League game will be the 15th. So I think it's just to do with rotation, to be honest. It can't be anything more than that, to be honest. Nothing more than that. Yeah. And was there one more? Okay. All right. I think that's it. We are done. We're finished on this one. Let me try and pull this one up very, very quickly. So, like I said, I will be back tomorrow morning. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, in the morning. I've got to go and visit my mother, my mama, and my sister. So it might be early doors, early kickoff. It could be like 10 a.m. Probably some of you guys are going to be like catching some Z's. Get a notification. Oh, it's only Canon for your TV. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow morning. Guys, thank you again for helping us reach the 15K mark. Subscribers, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so very much. And again, a happy birthday to Frank McIntosh, one of the Arsenal greats. Absolutely fantastic. A proper leader. If you want to know, about his journey, before he came to Arsenal, his time at Arsenal, leaving Arsenal, with the video, I did the video last year, but I just uploaded it again because it is his birthday. So Frank McIntosh, a proper leader. Happy birthday from everyone on Canon 4 TV. And actually, guys, just a quick reminder that you have been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for our